this wash. Could go fishing. Here and walk down there. Head on down there. Be going that way. Look at this sand deposit. This would be the Muddy Creek underneath these rocks. These are mostly dacites, they look like. But look at that bench of sand. I wonder how that got there. We'll keep on going and look at it. Here's the high water mark of Lake Mead. You know, the spillways at Hoover Dam. Right up, right there, that notch right there. See all the dead wood? That's from the higher lake elevations. Let's get in this and go down. Lots of wildflowers. Primrose, maybe. And here's that sand. I don't know where it came from. Guess it could have just washed down here. Part of the Muddy Creek. Here's a brittle bush. Azalea purple. These yellow primrose. That hill must be man-made. They probably took the top off that parking lot out there and dumped it here. There's nothing growing on it. And here, looks like a mud layer of a lake level in the Muddy Creek. This would be the upper Muddy Creek formation of 6 million years ago. Like this might be the lower layer down here. That might be the upper up there. Of 6 million years ago. There's basalts from fortification that are found on these layers. And fortification is 6 million years ago. That's how they know. Yeah, now we're in a freeway here. Maybe we'll go down that way and up back on the way back. Yeah, lake layer and back into the conglomerates. We're probably 8 million years ago down here. Onward, we'll go look for some volcanic vents. You can see where this mud layer is eroded from the wash flow there, back under there. Lake bed. This bush here is arrowweed. See how it's so straight and long? The Indians made their arrows out of this. Arrowweed. Monster bush. Not to be trifled with. That's bad news. See all those hairs? They get in your clothes, you can't get them off. These conglomerates are made up of the rocks of the mountains we'll be going to. Mostly dacites and andesites and some basalts. I was seeing basalt boulders in the wash, and there's basalt layers up here. More of a basalt there. And dacite, more quartzy. So yeah, just the rocks of the mountains. The mountains are 12 million years ago. These are only, what, 8 million maybe? 8 to 10 down here. That might be the difference between the lower Muddy Creek and above those lake beds are the upper Muddy Creek. No more lake beds, just alluvial fans, arrowweed. See any mountain lions? I hope we can get up to that culvert so we can get through to the other side. That's the highway. Oh, there's the root system of it looks like a salt cedar. We're probably still in Lake Mead, upper Lake Mead can get up to the top of these cliffs and water these salt cedars. And that's a salt cedar root. Probably still alive. Let's go see if we can get through. Is that a coyote melon? Yeah, that's a coyote melon, a huge one. Oh, no, it's not. It's a coconut. It's a coconut. Huh. Probably from the highway. Hopefully we can get up there. Yeah, I think we got it. We got it. Look at all the ground cherries here. That's some quick, or some thick ground cherries. There's cherries inside of those little jackets. These are last year's. But they might still be good. Inside the little lantern, get a little cherry. Let's get on through. Yeah, we got a nice 10-foot culvert here to go through.
Las Vegas ain't no place for a purple like me. Las Vegas ain't no place for a purple like me. Every time I hit your Crystal City, you know you're gonna make a red out of me. Well, first time I lose, I drink whiskey. Second time I lose, I drink gin. Third time I lose, I drink anything, cause I think I'm gonna win. Ooh, Las Vegas ain't no place for a purple like me. No. Ooh.
Land before time. New world. Same old rocks. Lower Muddy Creek, I guess. Could be back into upper Muddy Creek. Indian tobacco. Indian tobacco. Indian tobacco. Let's try to get up. I think those vents are where that dacite ridge comes across. About a mile from the parking lot. Yeah, that's basalt there. Basalt. keep going. Brittle bush. This looks like brittle bush. It must be a brand new one too. Yes, it hasn't bloomed yet. I think that's the same as that. Just looks weird without flowers. Let's go. I think I see our first vent up there. See that white? I think that's volcanic ash from around the vent. And what the vent would look like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what a cinder cone looks like. What's a volcanic vent? A lot of gravels, boulders. All that washed down from up there. And we're coming out of the slot canyon there. Collapsed slot canyon. I think that's some ash up here. Is that andesite maybe? Basalt? I don't know. Okay. Coming out of our opening, you can see an unconformity, or at least a discontinuity. Notice the angles of the layers. That's not far off level, but these are sharply dipping below it. So it could just be a sudden shift in the earth as a discontinuity of the layers, or an unconformity where these older layers got whacked off and the new layers a million years later started laying down on top of the older angled. I would have thought they'd be dipping into the lake, but they dip this way. Discontinuity, unconformity. Backgrounds. Volcanic ash, maybe? Volcanic vent, maybe? Volcanic vent? Go check this one. That side. That way. Yeah, it's an ash with all the exploding pyroclasts in it, or at least rocks around it that were there when it blasted off, like dacite. This is, the ash is kind of clayish, so it could be a zeolitized or some sort of altered ash. Maybe. I just don't know where the volcanic vent, is it right there? Could be. Yeah, it's right there. I don't know. Pyroclastic flow. This looks like basalt down here. That almost looks kind of obsidian-ish. It's so smooth. I wonder if that's a, what do you call it, a vitrofire of andesite. You gotta have something felsic to have a vitrofire, I would think. Oh boy, this is quite a canyon of volcanics. Quite a, like a surge deposit of blast off stuff. And this is more of a hot, I would say this is hot, and that was probably cooled and pushed along or something. Maybe that's the crater. Yeah, this is a mafic andesite at least, not quite a basalt. It's got some pink in it or dirt. You see the layers in it, so that was a flow, a hot flow there. Then you got all this yuck. This looks cooled and then pushed along its way. There's a vent. I don't know what it is. Looks like a backwater now. Yeah, it came right up out of there. That looks pretty mafic andesite, or basalt. Could be basalt. But you can see the layering in the pieces. Oh, look at all the layers in this. I was looking at this, but then look at that. You can see all the different somethings. The flow was going this way, but that looks like a piece that broke off from somewhere. We need the throat. Is that the throat? Uh-oh. I think we reached the end of our adventure today. This is the throat. I guess you could get up that if you were a young kid. Wouldn't be too bad. I could make it to there. What's that, 20 feet, 15, 20 feet up? They all appear to be laid going that way, so maybe this is up and out. Well, next time, if there's a next time, there's more vents farther up that I wanted to see. But we'll have to get out and go around this. That's for another day. See how this is going up that way, up that way. Maybe. See, this is more layered, and that's just crumbly. Crumbles. Lava. I don't know what to make of that. That's just a cinder pile. Large cinder pile. Large cinders. Layering. Okay. And then on the outer part of the flow, that was the last gasp of pyrotechnics of the ash. I would imagine that's the top of the volcanic dome or whatever this thing is here. And that could travel farther than the rocks could. Yeah, the rocks could only make it to here and then ash going that way. Our way out would be up this along the top of the ravine we were in and get back into the ravine above that waterfall right up there. Probably. Might be safer to go that way, I'm not sure. Either way. Next time. I'm back down below Lake Mead's high water level. And the lake has altered the outer edges of these boulders. All these boulders have a altered outside. See the outside of that rock? See that band around it? It's not a cementing, it's a alteration of the rock itself. Same with that one. Where's some more? Up here. That was the original rock, but then it's been altered by Lake Mead. Just thought you'd want to know. More alteration.